Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 20th of May. Indian Prime Minister Modi predicted to win a second term as general election ends. Sit-in protest continues against diversion of rivers in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And Sri Lanka remembers civil war victims on 10th anniversary. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling alliance is likely to win a clear majority in Parliament after a general election that ended on Sunday. Most exit polls have showed. The result of the 7-phase general election is expected to be announced on May 23rd.
Indians gathered at newspaper stalls on Monday morning looking forward to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's return to power after exit polls predicted thumping wins for his Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP-led National Democratic Alliance. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling alliance is likely to win a clear majority in Parliament after a mammoth general election that ended on Sunday, most exit polls showed. Modi faced criticism early on in the campaign for failing to create jobs for youth and for weak farm prices. However, tensions with Pakistan last month turned their attention towards his firm decision stance, and he focused most of the campaign on national security.
कल एग्जिट पोल वाले गए और वो अखबार में देख रहे हैं पक्ष विपक्ष या किसकी आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है। अब एग्जिट पोल वालों ने बताया है तो बहुत ज़्यादा 10-20 का इधर उधर हो सकता है।
In the 7th and the final phase of the world's largest democratic exercise on Sunday, nearly 100 million voters were eligible to vote in 59 of 543 constituencies in India. India's parliament has a total of 545 seats, and any party or alliance will need the support of 272 lawmakers to form the next government. The counting of votes will begin on May 23rd and the results will likely be announced the same day.
Moving on, an ongoing sit-in protest against the diversion of rivers in Pakistan-administered Kashmir entered its 56th day on Sunday. As the Islamic holy month of Ramadan is underway, protesters are observing their day-long fast and have been feasting together while highlighting the environmental damage caused due to diversion of River Neelam for commissioning a hydropower project.
The ongoing sit-in protest against the diversion of rivers in Muzaffarabad city of Pakistan-administered Kashmir entered its 56th day on Sunday. As the Islamic holy month of Ramadan is underway, the protesters have been fasting and feasting together while highlighting the environmental damage caused due to diversion of River Neelam for a hydropower project.
लेकिन इन लोगों के इरादे और इन लोगों के जितनी भी हमारे अभी तक के जो हमारे जो भी सवालात हैं आज हम उसी पे खड़े हैं और हम रमज़ान में हम ये कहेंगे कि जो हुक्मरान हैं और जो लोग इस वक्त अगर अपनी इस्लाह करना चाहते हैं तो उनके पास बहुत अच्छा मौका है।
जब तक हमारे दरियाओं का रुख असल हालत में नहीं लाया जाता हम इसी तरह एहतजाज पे रहेंगे और जब तक रिटायरमेंट कंडीशन पूरी नहीं की जाती हमारा यहाँ से उठने का कोई इरादा नहीं।
Activists have been demanding that 60% water should be retained in the Neelam River and the newly proposed Kohala hydropower project, which will see diversion of River Jhelum, should be reconsidered. The illegally occupied region has been facing a severe water shortage due to the diversion of River Neelam, making the lives of the locals miserable. But Islamabad has continued to maintain an oppressive attitude and has so far ignored the basic demands of the common public.
In news from Afghanistan, some members of Afghanistan's mainstream political parties on Sunday accused the government of not willing to form a negotiating team for peace. They said the Afghan government has also failed to implement the suggestions of delegates of a recently held Grand Assembly for Peace.
Members of some mainstream political parties on Sunday said the Afghan government is not willing to form a negotiating team and that it has no intention for peace. The formation of the negotiation team, which was a main demand of the Peace Jirga delegates, is being counted as the main step for moving forward the peace process. The politicians added the Afghan government has failed to implement the suggestions of the Jirga delegates.
تصامیمی که رئیس جمهور بر مبنای فیصله‌های اعضای جرگه می داشت متاسفانه تا کنون کدام تصمیم کدام اقدام صورت نگرفته.
وقتی در مورد تعیین هیئت مذاکره کننده صحبت میکنیم به اجماع قشر سیاسی نیاز است و این کاری جرگه نبود.
A ceasefire, formation of a negotiating team, and expediting the peace efforts were the main demands of the delegates of the Peace Jirga, which ended on May 3rd. This comes as the US and the Taliban talks in Doha ended earlier this month, with steady but slow progress on key issues under debate, as described by US Special Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad.
More news from Afghanistan. Afghan civil servants have expressed fears for the safety of their children who remain in government-run daycare centres while they work. This comes in the wake of a rise in terror attacks on government offices and international aid groups in the country.
The increase in terror attacks on government offices and international aid groups in Afghanistan has raised concern among mothers who leave their children at the government-run daycare centres while they work. An Afghan civil servant and a mother, Meena Ahmadi, was working in her office when a loud explosion shattered the windows and sent panic through the building of Afghanistan's Ministry of Communications and Information Technology on April 20. Instead of ducking for cover, she ran downstairs to find her 2-year-old daughter who was crying amid the commotion at the government-run daycare center inside the office.
هر روزی که به اینجا میاییم یعنی یک حالت روانی ما رو کاملا خراب ساخته. این به سر روان ما طفلای خردی که در کردستان است. از همشون بعضیشون مادرشون نمیارن، بعضی کسا استفاده دادن. حتی نمیان به دفتر.
Providing female government employees with daycare centers has been a successful government initiative, increasing access to employment for thousands of women, including breastfeeding mothers. But the increase in targeting of government offices has caused women like Ahmadi to reconsider the decision to bring their children to work.
In news from Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka on Sunday marked the 10th anniversary of the end of the nearly 3 decades-long conflict between the Tamil Tiger rebels and the government. The anniversary fell nearly a month after Easter Sunday bombings, the worst terror attack in the country that killed more than 250 people and injured over 500 others.
Sri Lanka on Sunday paid tribute to the victims of the civil war amid security fears after bombings last month, which killed more than 250 people and triggered violent clashes. President Maithripala Sirisena chaired the ceremony to mark the 10th anniversary of the end of the conflict between Tamil Tiger rebels and the government at the War Memorial in Colombo. On May 18, 2009, Sri Lanka declared total victory over the separatist rebels, saying troops had put the island nation entirely in government hands for the first time since civil war erupted in 1983.
මේ ජාත්‍යන්තර ත්‍රස්තවාදී ව්‍යාපාරය අපේ රටෙන් අතුගා දැමීම සඳහා අපේ රණවිරුවන්ටත් බුද්ධ්‍යංශවලටත් සම්පූර්ණම ශක්තිය තිබෙන බව මා තරයේ දැඩි ලෙස විශ්වාස කරනවා. ඒ නිසා අපිට 30 අවුරුදු යුද්ධයේ අත්දැකීම් සමග ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් ඊට හාත්පසින්ම වෙනස් වූ නව තත්වයකට මුහුණ දීමට සිදු වී තිබෙනවා.
Thousands of people were killed in the nearly 3 decades-long war, and many of those who fled or were forced from their homes in the north and east had their properties seized. Government authorities said about 80% of confiscated land had been handed back. The remainder is mostly held by the military.
A mass wedding ceremony was organized on Sunday in India's eastern Siliguri city, wherein over 101 tribal couples tied the nuptial knot. Scores of relatives and friends of the couples also attended the wedding event.
In a gesture that proved to be a life-changing event for many couples belonging to different tribal communities, a mass wedding ceremony was organized in Siliguri city of India's West Bengal province on Sunday. Around 101 couples tied the nuptial knot as per Hindu rituals in the grand wedding ceremony. Scores of relatives and friends of the couples also attended the wedding event. Brides dressed in red attire, donning jewelry set with their grooms, while the relatives danced on the beats of drums to celebrate the event.
आज का आयोजन में हम लोग 101 वनवासी जोड़ों का विवाह संस्कार करवा रहे हैं।
कहाँ से आए हैं ये लोग?
ये आसपास की चाय बगानों से, कई गांवों से भी आए हैं, कोई सुदूर इलाकों से, एकदम रिमोट एरिया से आए हैं।
हम लोग का लिए तो बना हुआ है, इसलिए अच्छा है। नहीं, हम लोग नहीं सकते हैं, गरीब है, हम लोग बगान में काम करते हैं, इसलिए हम लोग पैसा दिए।
Mass marriages are becoming popular, especially among the economically backward sections of the Indian society, as these help in reducing the worries of financial implications among the parents or guardians of the brides.
An exhibition of rare books and manuscripts was organized on Sunday in India's northern Srinagar city to create awareness among the youth about the past history of the Jammu and Kashmir province. Rare manuscripts and Sufi books in Kashmiri, Persian, Hindi and Arabic languages were exhibited for the visitors during the exhibition.
With an objective of creating awareness among the youth about the literature and rich cultural history of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir, an exhibition of rare books and manuscripts was organized at Sri Pratap Singh Library in Srinagar city on Sunday. During the exhibition, holy books like Quran and Bhagavad Gita, other rare manuscripts and Sufi books in Kashmiri, Persian, Hindi and Arabic languages were exhibited for the visitors. The exhibition witnessed a huge rush of visitors who came to see the rare manuscripts and learn about the past history of Kashmir.
ये नौजवान नस्ल के लिए एक अच्छा मौका होता है और उनको समझना भी चाहिए कि ये सिर्फ हमारे ही लिए इस तरह के जो प्रोग्राम जो है मुनाकिद किए जाते हैं.
The visitors appreciated the steps taken by the authorities to organize the exhibition and hope that these kinds of exhibitions will be organized in the future also.
Local markets in India's western Surat city remain buzzing with activity till late night during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, giving foodies and night lovers a delightful time.
Local markets in Surat city of India's western Gujarat province remain buzzing with activity till late night during the holy month of Ramadan, giving foodies and night lovers a delightful time. People belonging to different communities have been thronging restaurants and food stalls in the night to enjoy local delicacies including ranguni paratha, chicken biryani and khausi. Authorities in the city have also taken special measures to prevent any untoward incident during the night in the markets. During Ramadan, Muslims abstain from eating and drinking from dawn till sunset and eat sehri, a pre-dawn meal, and break their day-long fast with iftar in the evening.
ये महीना पूरे साल में एक ही बार आता है और ये महीने में ऐसा होता है कि जो खाना हम लोग को पूरे साल नहीं मिलता वो खाना ये महीने में ऐसी वेराइटीज़ में मिलता है कि खाने की जैसी जो चीज़ होती है, जैसे पराठा है, जैसे कोई अपने क्या बोलते हैं जो चिकन की जो पीसेस है, जो यहाँ पे जो चोखाई से जो चीज़ बनती है ये पूरे साल के महीने में भी महीने में बनती है रमज़ान में.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. During Ramadan, Muslims devote a majority of their time to prayers and charity. Muslims account for about 14% of more than 1.2 billion population of India.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.